Farewell then, Berlusconi, bunga bunga man, buddy of Blair. In fact, the Blairs. Berlusconi was an Italian political leader and their people's business. Although when he got involved in the so-called war on terror, in the invasions of Iraq and Afghanistan, he became of interest to the world. He was a byword of corruption. He actually owned most of the Italian media and ruthlessly used it to become the Italian political leader. At the time, that was an outlier. At the time, that seemed like a peculiarly Italian form of politics. Little did we know that Berlusconi would become the role model for so many of the political leaders in the so-called West. He's of importance to me because at the time that I was playing a leading role in opposing Tony Blair, his misleadership of Britain, of the Labour Party, of which I was then a member, and of course in his alliance with first Bill Clinton, then George W. Bush, taking the world to war, or war throughout the world. Berlusconi was a key part of that axis of evil. But it's particularly interesting to me that I believe the Blairs, both Tony Blair and Cherie Blair, caught the rich bug from Berlusconi. They hung out with him on his luxury yachts, in his palaces. They saw how the other half lived. Well, not quite half. How the other half of the 1% lived. And I believe that that was where they got infected with their obsession with palaces, properties, and above all, money. Filthy lucre. They looked at Berlusconi and saw that in Europe today, you can be politically influential and filthy rich at the same time. And in fact, the one could buttress, support the other. So Berlusconi will be remembered for dancing girls and hookers. There'll be mourning in every bordello in Rome this very day. He'll be remembered for the political corruption that he took to its zenith, I hope, in Italian politics. He'll be remembered as one of the leaders with long forgotten figures like Aznar in Spain, like Howard in Australia, who brought so much death and destruction to the world, killed 1 million people and begat ISIS, which hasn't done killing yet. But for me, he'll always be the best buddy. Berlusconi, Blair, and Blair.